Hey there, real quick, before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Joplin Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Okay, that was
a terrible start. But I'm going to practice this. You're going to practice this. We're all going to get better, and I'm going to show you how to play all the notes. But first, let me introduce you to the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what, Jamin? I am getting to watch a masterclass on songwriting, and it is so good. I'm learning all about like the creative process of like the artist who's doing it. And,
Name
like,
one thing you've learned so far.
You don't need to know theory to write songs.
Sure,
But you already have said that. That was just an introduction.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, you don't have to say only new things that no one's ever said before. Otherwise, we'd never ever say anything at all. Yeah. Okay.
I just thought that was a cool thing.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well,
yeah, but theory's great. It just is like a bunch of really fancy, cool names for things that you can hear.
You can hear.
And
Absolutely.
it's awesome.
And it's awesome. I agree. As is this song, as is Kloppel. He'll be wanting us to move right along. We've got lots of things to get to today. But first, hey, buddy, good to see you. First, I got some good news and some bad news about this song. So, bad news first. It's really, really long, and it's got a really big range. A big range means that it covers a whole lot of notes. So it's going to go like all the way from like some of the highest notes we play down to like almost some of the lowest notes that we play, instead of just like staying in a little area. And then also, it's like I said, it's really long, so the song just takes forever to get through. But the good news is the notes move kind of slowly. There's a couple passages that are really super duper fast, but most of it is actually not too bad. So you can totally do this. We just need to start on a D. We need to find a D. So in order to find a D, you're gonna take any group of 2 black notes, like those ones right there, or those ones right there, any group of 2 black notes, and just play the note that's in the middle, like that one right there. And actually, it looks like our notes are not lighting up right now, so we're gonna take a real quick break here, and I'm gonna see if I can get these notes to light up, so it'll make it even easier for you to find a D. While we're pausing though, see if you can find a group of 2 black notes and play the white note that's in between. Welcome back. We fixed the keys and I grew a mustache. So the note in between those two black notes is this one right here. That one's called a D, and you can actually, if you wanted to, play it way up here. So any group of 2 black notes, the note in the middle is going to be the D. And actually, if you would pull the letters off of that, that would be cool. If you have a way to, just take the letters. There we go. Fantastic. So this one's a D right here. So any group of 2 black notes, just pick the note that's in the middle, and then we're gonna go from there up 1 note. So that direction is up. So we go up 1 note, and we've already got the first 2 notes of this song. As long as we say the words out loud. Oh, now. So this next one's got like this hashtag in front of it right here, and that hashtag means sharp. A sharp means they're about to lie. The lie is you're supposed to play an F, because it says play an F, but that's a lie, because you're not supposed to play an F. An F would be the next note up, but you're not supposed to play that one. Play the note that's slightly higher than an F. A black note, that one right there, that's called an F sharp. So don't play the F, play the F sharp, and that's what that hashtag is about. It means play the note that's a little bit higher than the letter that's listed. So we're gonna play a D, and then an E, and then an F sharp, and those words are oh, now, get. Go ahead and try that on your own. Those 3 notes right there. Oh, now, get. And we'll just keep on going up. So if we go 1 note higher than that, it's a G. If we go 1 note higher than that, it's an A. And if we go slightly higher than that, it's an A sharp. So then, actually, let's go 1 more note higher than that, because if we go up to this note, that's the last one that we need for basically that whole entire line. Let me play all of those in a row for you so you can see it's that one and 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 that one. All of those right there. So basically all the white notes except for the F, and then we're also throwing in this one right here. Just try to memorize that pattern, and then you get to say, oh, now get ready to swim. And then just play a whole bunch more of those notes right there. Those are B's, and you would say swim to save your life. And you've already got the intro to the song. Oh, now get ready to swim to save your life. Now, that's the entire first line. It'll take some practice to get that down. If you can't play that perfectly yet, that means that you're normal. So just keep practicing. It might take 20 or 30 or 40 tries all the way through that whole thing. The good news is it only takes a couple seconds to do a try. So you can get this whole thing down today, that whole intro. And then we're into the main part of the song. After the intro, we're gonna come down to this note right here and go from this one way, way, way up to this one. So it's from a G, if you know where a G is, up to an E. So we already played a G actually in there. We played Oh Now Get Red. That note right there, that was the G. So we're gonna do that one, skip over 4 notes, and land on this one, and that's Dur. Now here's where things finally slow down. I promised at the beginning that most of the song was actually pretty slow. As long as you get through Oh Now Get Ready to Swim to Save Your Life Underwater. That's all really, really slow. So we need this E, and then the note that's right next to it, that one right there, it's called a D sharp. And those are the words for dur, wa, ter. And then we're just gonna walk right back up to that E and do that again. But in order to walk up to it, we gotta go back down to that G. This time, instead of jumping from the G to the E, we're just gonna walk. So we're gonna play G, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, right there. And to say out loud the words, hopefully, you only swim up fast. Right there, that's all those ones, all in a row. And then do the exact same thing, fast, but slow. Now, I did skip a word. Fast, but slow. Did you see which one I skipped? It was the word sink, or the letter F. So if you wanted to, you could play E, go right next door like you did before, but then before landing on that E, go slightly farther than the E, land on that F, and come back down to the E. So fast, but sink slow. So all together, let's do this. If you're in the archives, press pause on the video, practice up whatever section it is that you need to work on. You've got as long as you need. If you're live with us, try to get some of these notes right, but if you miss almost all of them, that's perfectly fine. I missed almost all the notes at the beginning too. So let's try this. We're gonna play all these ones right here. It's kind of fast. Try to at least get that first one. Here we go. Ready, go. To swim to save your life underwater. You only swim up but fast, but sink slow. Okay, cool. So then we're basically gonna do the exact same thing, but instead of that one and that one and that one, we're just gonna take both of those notes down. So we're gonna use these ones right here. So if someone's high, and then we can do the same thing again, going from G all the way up, except we need to throw in one extra note, because before we were going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it landed perfectly on that E, right at the right time. Well, now we still need 6 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we want to land on the D. So we threw in an extra bonus note right there, just to take up some space. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this time, since we're going from G up to D, we're gonna throw in this one right here. And those are the words, it's frustratingly hard. And then to get low. And those are the same notes you played before, the F and the E, but with a G. Okay, we're almost done with this song, actually. We've got like 2.5 lines left, but these are mostly gonna be slow notes. All right, Club, let me show them the last few notes, and then this will be our last time through. So we're gonna play this G and then another G, because you can see right here, it's a G for so, and then it says G for just, but they're not quite the same G, because this G goes way up to find that G. So we're gonna play this one here, and then we're gonna skip over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skipping over 6 notes, landing on this one. You'll notice they both are like in the lower part of the middle of a group of 3. So if you find a group of 3 down here, that's a G. See that? And then up here, you just use that group of 3 and find that G as well. So G, and then a high G, and then you can see from just to stay, that's gonna be the same exact note. And then high is also that same exact note. And actually, that's what you do with the notes. It's the same as the lyrics. So just stay high. Then we're gonna move up just a little bit, and you can jump. So that was a G. Up one note, it happens to be called an A. Back down to the G, F, 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 and then same thing you did before. Before you played a G and you went up and came down. And same thing, but this time we're on an F. So we want to play F, 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 G, F. So it's F, 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 G, F. And then one more note down and we're on the word head. Don't worry, Clapple. I hear you. We're going to be getting done with this line in just a second. We got to jump all the way down to an A. That one right there. B, F, E. It's kind of a weird pattern of notes. Most people are going to want to go like this. A, B, E, F, because that goes all straight up. Or they're going to want to come straight down and play F, E, B, A. But it doesn't do either one of those. It goes A, B, and then F, E. So that section might take some practice too to get your brain to remember A, B, F, E, another E, and two notes left, a B, and a C. That's all the notes. It's really, really long, so it's going to take a lot of practice, but I don't think it's too fast for you as long as you just take it in small chunks and you don't try to do the whole thing all at once or go all the way from the top all the way to the bottom. Just take it in small little chunks along with the track, and eventually it'll sound something like this. Oh, now get ready to swim to save your life underwater. You only swim up fast, but sink slow. If someone's high, it's frustratingly hard to get low. So just stay high and you can jump or heads, but look ahead. Maybe the exit is down low. There we go. That's eventually, not today, not right now, maybe like in a week or two after you've practiced this a whole lot. That's hopefully eventually what that's going to sound like along with the track. But right now, before we move on to level 2, 3, 4, and 5, Kendra, tell us about our weekly activity.
This activity is called Rhythm Flashcards. Shuffle the cards, then place them side by side to create a custom song. Then, turn on the metronome at any speed and try playing the rhythm on any note. Or, you can try clapping the rhythm. For even more combinations, cards can be used upside down.
That's a great one for a level, 3 and 4 and 5. If you're a Clapple Academy level 2 or higher, you're doing some pretty serious sight reading too, and so that's going to help you out with your sight reading as well. But right now, we're going to play a little round of Deck the Old Man. Yes. Okay, so kind of a weird title there, but we're going to ignore that for right now and just pay attention to two songs. One is Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. That song. If you know that song and you also know This Old Man, then you can play this game, because I'm going to play you two notes. You're going to have to tell me whether it's the beginning of Deck the Halls or whether it's the beginning of This Old Man, and you're going to have to say that before Kendra does, and she's pretty good at this game. So go fast. By the way, if you're in Clapple Academy level, I think 4 or higher, you're having to do this ear training thing for intervals. You've got special names for these. This Old Man, that starts with a minor third, and Deck the Halls starts with a major second. So you might not want to play Deck the Halls or This Old Man. You might want to play minor third or major second. Either way, though, here we go. You're trying to pay attention to the difference between the two songs, Deck the Halls or This Old Man. Kendra, jump on in here. Here we go. Here are your first two notes. See if you can guess this before Kendra does at home. Say it out loud. What do you think this is? Is it a minor third or a major second? Deck the Halls or This Old Man? What do you think, Kendra?
I started singing This Old Man in my head, and I think it sounds okay.
Yeah.
So that one.
Nice work. Okay, so that was a minor third. It was This Old Man. What about these notes right here? What do you think that one is? Okay, Kendra?
This Old Man did not seem quite right, so I'm going with Deck the Halls.
It was indeed. Nice job. Okay, so one more of these. What about this one right here? This Old Man or Deck the Halls? minor third or major second? What do you think, Kendra?
Is it Deck the Halls?
It was. Nice work. That was Deck the Old Man, which means it's now time for a little bit of mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week is from Avery P, who says, Dear Jamin, how do I learn to play chords? Well, there's a couple different ways. One, there's a course in our Musipedia that is all about chords and how to build them and major chords and minor chords, all that stuff. So you could go that route if you want to, or you could enroll in Clopple Academy. And I think in even level 1, we start talking about the C chord and the G chord and how to play those chords. And we have it in different versions and stuff like that. Also, if you just like start throwing in some like level 3 stuff when we're doing these songs, even if you're not on level 2 yet, even if you're doing level 1 stuff, if you try to throw in a little bit of left hand, that's really going to help out a whole lot with chords. So that's the biggest thing, is just get used to playing both hands at the same time. But other than that, you can either like just contact me and we can work on it one-on-one, or you can check out the course in the Musipedia. You can enroll in Clopple Academy. There's chords all over the place, and we usually talk about them also in level 5 and level 2 here. So if you're just paying attention, pick up a couple of them. There's, I think, like 24 chords total that like are like the biggest most main chords. I was gonna say major, but there's 12 major chords. There's 12 minor chords. So anyway, there's not too many of them. Pick up 1 or 2 of them at a time, and eventually you'll have all of them. Right now, though, I'd like to tell you a little bit of secret information.
Secret information.
And this week, in our top secret information folder, we've got a little bit of information about this song. The first thing is that this one uses something called chromatic neighbor tones. Chromatic neighbor tones. Let's see if we can find any chromatic neighbor tones. Now, if you're at Clopple Academy level 4, you're already doing chromaticisms, so you probably can already spot these. But I would say right here, this is a chromatic neighbor tone. Now, we've done neighbor tones before. Neighbor tones just where you're on some note and you move away and you come back, right? If you would pull those letters off too, that'd be cool. So I can show these notes here. So if we're on this one and we go to that one and come back, that's a neighbor tone. However, a chromatic neighbor tone is one where you don't even move over to like the next white note. You just move over a tiny, tiny little bit, like this one to this one, and come right back. That's a chromatic neighbor tone. This one specifically is a chromatic lower neighbor tone, because we're going to the lower neighbor and coming right back. So we have a bunch of those actually in this song. That happens right there, and then we've got that happening later on. So chromatic neighbor tones means it's not just a neighbor tone, like it's a really, really, really close neighbor tone. The next thing in here is that this song uses something called secondary dominance. So at the very beginning of the song, we've got a D chord right here. Now, a D chord, if you already know your chords, hey, pay attention to this one, Avery B. This one right here, this is the D major chord. D major, well, D because it starts on D, and major because it follows the pattern of a major chord, which is root plus 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3. And whenever you have a root plus 4 plus 3, that's a major chord. So this is a D chord, a D major chord, but this one doesn't show up in the key of C. So this is wrong according to the rules of C, but it's right for the song. So anytime we have a major chord that is wrong for the rules of the song, but it's wrong for the rules of the key, but is right for the song, that's called a secondary dominant. So D in the key of C is almost always a secondary dominant. And the last thing in our top secret information folder is that this song is in something called 3/4 time, which you don't get to until we get to level 2. That right there, we've got the 3 with a 4 on the bottom. Now, right now we don't care about the 4 because the 4 is the number that it's hard to explain. Basically, it's like a fraction. So if it was 1/4, if we move that 4 over here, then that would be a quarter. So that means a quarter note gets 1 beat. But we don't really care about that. What we really care about is this part up here. The 3 on the top means that we're gonna have 3 beats in each measure. So usually we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the beginning of the song, we count it off 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that would not work for this song. For this song, we gotta count at the beginning 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we start. So we have 2 measures of 3 instead of 2 measures of stuff for like we usually do. That's all that's in this top secret information folder, which means it's time for the raffle. Let's find out who won. Maybe it's you. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.